So this is the beginning. I'm going to start on the kitchen floor. There's several layers of flooring here. Look at this vinyl. Underneath there's some laminate. And underneath that there's something else, I'm not sure. I don't know what that's old linoleum. Could be old linoleum. Anyway, we're going to get rid of all this and see what we find. There might even be something else under the linoleum. It could even be 4 layers. I see the plank subfloor, or the plank flooring, and the subfloor, and there's 3 or 4 layers. Might even be something under here. That might not even be might be another one underneath this one, but we're gonna start digging, see what we find. So here we are. We've got that top vinyl just about gone. Looks like we're down to some old wood grain laminate. So a few more pieces and then we'll start peeling the laminate. Just see what we can find. Maybe the treasure from Oak Island is under there. We'll see. Okay, so now we have 2 layers of flooring up. Now this would have been done kind of more recently, maybe the last 10-20 years. I actually found a penny underneath from 1976. But right now we're going to peel the old underlay, and it looks like there's some old linoleum tile underneath, and it looks like there might be a pattern. So I got my assistant Gabby here, and she's going to be peeling the floor. And down at this corner I can see evidence that underneath this next layer there might even be hardwood floors, but for now I'm kind of curious to see how these old tiles are going to come up. So go ahead, Gabby, start peeling. Just peel it all up so we can see what's underneath. Yeah, that's the old linoleum tiles from God knows when. They're filthy. Don't get yourself dirty, Gabby, just throw that out of the way. And it looks like they did it in a bit of a pattern too, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know if it could be saved. I don't know if we'd ever want to save it. You know, retro things are all the rage now, so who knows? Kind of interesting, actually. I mean, it's disgusting, but that can be cleaned. I mean, you could put the wax stripper to that and peel that right back, and you wax it, it would look like brand new. Oh, unfortunately, there's a gigantic hole here. Why is there a hole here like that? Dear God, what is that? There's a gigantic hole here. What else do we got? Now, over here, I can see evidence of, what I did earlier is I peeled up a corner of the tile, and I can see that underneath, see? There's hardwood floors here. So what if we had this hardwood floor that ran all through the dining room kitchen area? I mean, that'd be something.
Yeah.
To bring back a 102-year-old flooring.
That'd be nice.
I don't know. This linoleum, I don't know. This could be like a 50s thing or something, in the 1940s or 50s or maybe 60s. That's dog food because I knocked over the whole damn thing. But yeah, I mean, there's some nasty puddles and stuff, but like this could be cleaned up. I mean, I know because I've worked with these tiles before, and I know that this can be cleaned up. And there's even like a cool little border, that goes all the way around, eh?
Wow.
You know. Well, we better put our grate back in so we don't fall in the basement. You know, safety first. There, put this grate back in. See, the original hardwood floor runs underneath here, Gab. See, it's over here. It's over here underneath this. So there is hardwood floors under this linoleum, but I don't want to peel this yet because I'm having a crazy thought that we could maybe save it. I don't know. It's kind of rough. It's very rough, but I know for a fact there's hardwood floors under here. And the hardwood floors could be sanded. Now, at the transition to the kitchen, I don't know what's going on here. There's my original that I just took off. We had laminate on this side. Over here we got this other vinyl, which is absolutely crap, probably from the 70s or 80s. Now this one here, they put a subfloor down. So it looks like there's a subfloor above the linoleum. So once we peel this, that's probably not going to be today. once we peel this, there might be all this stuff underneath. And if we were extremely lucky, there'd be hardwood underneath the whole damn thing. I could actually, you can probably see from right here, new linoleum, old vinyl, subfloor. See, there's that. To me, this is the original hardwood floor there. See the tongue and groove? That's the hardwood floors. We just may have hardwood throughout. Just didn't know it.
You wonder why they cover it.
Well, at one time, hardwood was not all the rage what it is now. Same with, you know, they'd cover these high ceilings with drop tile ceilings. So we're here to bring it back, and then 30 years from now, somebody can cover it back up.
Yep.
But anyway, this is where we are. So now I've exposed a lot of filth, so I'm going to take all this crap out, and I'm going to sweep and mop, and then finish my supper. Okay, we're signing off. Okay, so I'm attacking the kitchen side now, and we've already covered the dining, I guess, kind of area. But on this side, we're ripping off this nice vinyl and this wood, and we're finding some more of this old tile, but unfortunately it's not a match to this. It's more of a black, red, and beige. And the plywood is down really well, so it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to plug away and see if I can make any progress on this. Anyway, there's 4 layers of flooring, and I was just going to, I want to take everything out before I lay my new floor and see if there's any of this old hardwood underneath that could be salvaged. Probably be too rough a shape, but anyway, I just didn't want to put another layer of floor down. I want to take up, so we got 1, 2 plywood, 3 with this, and then hardwood underneath, that's 4, and then the subfloor planks, which are the big planks there. So I'm just gonna keep plugging away. It's pouring rain out today, so I'm not cutting any trees. I'm gonna plug away at this. Okay, so things are getting a little ugly here. We know what that's gonna look like. Now I'm over here behind the stove, and yeah, there's some interesting things here. Yes, we've got hardwood. I don't know if it could ever be saved, but behind here for some reason we also had some nice glossy ceramic tile back there. So we have some little tile job in this corner. We've got some more of this old linoleum tile here. Red, black, and beige. And over here, really interesting, we also have some roof shingles. So, yeah, that's a roof shingle. It's even got the peely stuff on the bottom. But yeah, roof shingles, plywood. What is this? Probably a fucking live wire here. Not sure what that is. Oh, and we just lost our power. Yay! OMG. Okay. I gotta have to go downstairs and take care of the pump. Okay, still progressing on this disaster. It's dark because we have no power because there's a storm out. So I got my headlight on, shining in there. Yeah, so I got that corner all dug out and I got the stove put back in place. So this is what we got, this nice checkerboard. A couple more pieces I'm going to move here. All the Tupperware went flying, but I'll pick that up after and clean them. I'm going to concentrate on this little area right here. And once I get this up, I'm going to clear this path and I will push the fridge back in its corner. Fridge is over here now. And then I'll move this baker's rack, which a leg broke off. That's why it's leaning the way it is. Hopefully I can get that back on there. And then I will move the baker's rack out and we'll finish up this section. We will sweep and mop. And yeah, hello basement, hello. 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 We got a hole in the basement. But that's okay. Again, we do have some nice hardwood floor underneath. I don't know if it could be salvaged, but I could certainly use it as a subfloor. At least, you know, we'll be working off one layer and not four. It's just really disastrous right now. I have to keep running downstairs and manually operating the battery operated sump pump. But other than that, everything's perfect. Signing off. Today's project is we're going to lift up the old linoleum. It's just too far gone. It was a little bit funky, but it's just too far gone, and there's hardwood floors underneath, probably not in great shape, but there's this little coating on top there that I don't know what, it almost feels like paper or something. I don't know what that is, but anyway, there's your hardwood. So let's get rid of that, and I've got this section of the kitchen, and then the main kitchen over here, the checkerboard. This is also going to go. So that's this morning's project. So we'll get rid of all that and then see where we're at. Okay, so now we got all the tiles up. So what's left is it's like some layer of glue and paper over the wood. So it's not really coming up that great, but I've tried just with soap and water to soften it up. Then I'm just taking a scraper, and that seems to be working a little bit. So I'm going to try that, kind of like this. So it's going to take a long time, but I think it can be done. So I'm going to keep soaking this down and scraping and see how it pans out. Okie doke. Might have to just get a sander and just take it down with some coarse material. But we'll try this for now. Signing off. Okay, so we got our tiles up. I was using water and a scraper and the mop, and I got most of the debris off of this hardwood. Now this hardwood doesn't seem too bad actually, but on this side, I don't know if you want to call this the kitchen side and this the eat-in kitchen area, but this is not bad. But there is a coat of paint on top of the wood, so maybe that helped preserve it. Now of course it's gonna have to be sanded all down, but got most of the stuff off, and the best what I found the best was to just soak it with water and let it sit, and then scrape it up with a putty knife. There's still paint, and that's paint's on there pretty good, so that I'll have to wait for everything to dry, and then we'll just take a sander to that. And it looks like this wood might be pretty good underneath. 102 years old. Might be able to save it. And maybe this paint actually helped to protect it. Now on the kitchen side, it's actually coming up a little bit better. And this is the muck I'm dealing with. It's actually very messy, but this layer of paper, this is what once it's wet, I've just been scraping it, and I just keep pushing it down. But over here, it is coming up a little better, and you'll see that over here, the wood is not bad, and also there's no paint here. So, yeah, it's going to take a lot of cleaning, but I'll get this. I mean, I still got a little bit of subfloor to 1, 2, 3, 4 layers to take off, because the cupboards are still sitting on this section, but it's very messy, very disgusting, but I'm actually making headway, believe it or not. I am making some headway, and so I'm just going to keep at this now for another hour or so, then mop it and then let it dry, and then might have to redo the process a couple times, but I am definitely gaining. The problem is stuff splatters everywhere, which is gross. But anyway, I'm gonna keep plugging away. Signing off. Okay, so here we are again. Later in the day, we're still peeling. So we've got all the stuff peeled. We've got the hardwood. It just needs to be cleaned up. This side's got some paint. So I've gone a little crazy. Decided to move the kitchen temporarily just so I could get at the underneath section. So just to get that old flooring there, Vinyl's gone. The 2 layers of vinyl are gone. Linoleum, a few pieces left. Hardwood underneath. Subfloor. Subfloor is gone. There's some ceramic tile. I managed to pull all this out. I got some help. No plumbing leaks. Thank God. So the plan now is I'm just going to clean this up down to the wood. I'm going to slide the kitchen back in, and then tomorrow we'll be able to carry on and try to clean up this wood a little bit, make it livable again. Okay. Very pretty. Okay, so today, the next day, so today's video, what we're going to do is, because this flooring has a layer of yellowish paint on it, we're going to take the sander and we're going to try to take this top layer off, and then after that, we're not refinishing the wood at this point. We're just going to take down the layer of paint, and hopefully we can get this whole area here done. I don't think we'll get over here. That's another project. But if we can stay on this side, if I could get this all done today, take all the paint off, and then you know, there's as much work cleaning after as there is taking this paint off. But if I can get this paint off and get everything smooth and swept and wiped down and get all this garbage out of here and clean up this, and obviously I'll have to get over there, clean in there and in here, yeah, I think that'll be good. So I'm gonna aim for today. I'm gonna aim to get this floor here. I've already done a little patch and it's coming up pretty good. So just gonna plug away here for a bit and see how it goes. I'm using 80 grit, so hopefully that's not too aggressive. I don't think. I'm gonna go fairly light. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we got some sanding done on the floor. It's not really, you know, we're not at the point where we're refinishing it. I just took the sander. I had a belt sander and just a rotary sander. And I just went over the surface because this floor had a coat of, some kind of coat of yellow paint. So I got a good layer off. It was messy as heck. There's dust everywhere. The floor does not look that great. Like I said, it would have to be taken down with a big professional machine. But for now, I just wanted to clean it up just to see if it had any kind of potential to be saved. And I think it does. I mean, for a house this age, I think it kind of suit it. I mean, the entryway was never that great to begin with anyway. We've been living with this entryway like that in the living room. So, yeah, we've been living with this. So I think this will be okay. This was going to work. So maybe we'll just give it another clean up eventually and give it a coat of something so it doesn't turn black. But yeah, this is going to be our section that we're going to keep with the wood. Now this section over here that I did not do, where it goes darker, this is the main kitchen area. This one here, I'm not even going to bother because it's a little bit rougher, although it could probably be brought down. I have flooring for this. I bought some laminate tile, and I've got a nice flat surface here, so we're just going to use this wood as a subfloor, and then the stuff that I'm putting down is the vinyl. It's very thin and it looks like tile, and so that will be in here. So we'll have a small transition here at some point. It's going to be very similar, well actually I shouldn't say similar, it's going to be identical to what I put in the bathroom. So it's a type of stone looking uni-click. It's our bathroom here, newly renovated. So very nice, very thin, only a few mils, so you just need a little tiny threshold piece. It's almost level. So I think that's what we're going to do in the kitchen. We're going to leave this in wood, I believe. It's going to need a little bit more work, but for now I'm done with this. It's just way too messy, and you know, I only started peeling up the old flooring because I'm doing the preliminary work, because I want to start replacing the kitchen. And well, it's just a real mess right now. And not only is it a mess, everything's covered in dust. So anyway, this had to come out. This has to come out, so I had to get all the flooring out. All the flooring that was on top of this had to come out first. So this was just a little added extra, just to see what we had, and I think it's going to be okay. Now I got a lot of dust to clean up. Signing off.